Well, it's probably the last time I'll have that aroma of oil. Oh, here we go, I knew. He was not down, then we passed him. What is going on? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I seriously appreciate you tuning in today. We're back here in my 2006 Nissan 350z Rev-up. We are cruising down the freeway right now. I'm actually on my way to work, and as you guys know, I work right next to Trumotive, which is the shop I take this thing to get it worked on, and they're going to be doing the valve cover gaskets today because it needs to be done. Every time I floor this car, or if you experience this, every time you floor your car, like if you accelerate, you get this oil, like this aroma of oil. It's like, so the oil is supposed to stay inside the engine. so we're gonna have Trumotive change the valve cover gaskets today just because it needs to be done. And we're also gonna do a full oil change. And then we're also gonna have the oil pressure sensor replaced as well, which is just kind of like, it's right in between the drain plug and the filter. So it's not too hard to get to. So that's the plan for today. Hopefully we can solve some of the issues with the low oil pressure we're having with the 350z Rev-up. I wanna drive this thing, but it freaks me out a little bit, so. We are Trumotski. Oil pressure's looking pretty low, not gonna lie, that's pretty low. So hopefully this fixes some of that. That's the goal here. There it is. Dang, man. Yo. There it is. The car has been dropped off. They have the key, valve cover gasket. Hopefully we can get under there. Oh, I have to ask him about the catch can. Boom. Okay, he said they shouldn't have to take the oil catch can off, or they might have to unplug the hose. I didn't want them to drain it, you know, because we're doing that test, so. Dang, this thing is just so crazy. We really did pick the best red. The best red. All right, I'll be back with an update. All right, headed back to Trumotive. Got the part right here. This is a oil pressure sensor for a Nissan 350z. Hopefully it works, right? Check it out, you guys. Look at this. Look at how oily. That is why that needed to be done. Just nasty. Hopefully it'll be all fixed and we'll go through a little less oil now. It still burns it, but at least it won't be just like leaking out the side, you know? So now I'm gonna play some footage from the other day where we took the HR to actually get new tires put on the back of it because they were completely bald. We went over to Barney's Wheel and Tire and they gave us a pretty good deal, which is cool. So while we're waiting for the pressure sensor to be put on the Z, check out the footage from the other day. All right, you guys, check it out. Over here at Barney's Tire and Wheel, look at this tire. Absolutely shot. That side's not as bad, but it's getting there. They're giving us a great deal on some Yokohamas for the back, so I'm super excited. This thing is gonna ride hopefully way better than it does right now because there's just no rubber under there. It's just wires, so it rides terribly rough in the back. And then also there's some like weird clunking going on in the back on this passenger side, so they're gonna check that out as well. But it's just gonna be nice. Then now we'll have 4 new tires on this thing because we did the fronts last week. So huge thanks to Barney's Wheel and Tire. Dang, man, those wheels, it's so clean. Oh, that bumper came out so good.
I know, you guys did awesome.
Dude.
Get some fog lights in there.
Dude, this thing is awesome. I've never ridden in a BMW, like an older one, so. No. Yo. What year is this thing?
This is a 98.
98? Dude, this thing is mint. Back at the shop. Yo. Peace. I'm taking the shop truck to Starbucks because it's bright and early and nothing better than a Starbucks run in the morning. Oh yes. 262,812 miles on the beast. Starbucks order. Venti iced caramel macchiato with 3 pumps of hazelnut syrup and extra caramel drizzle. Can't go wrong. Starbucks secured. All right, headed out of the shop. Getting a ride from Efren. Back at Barney's. Thanks, Efren, for driving me over. Check it out, they got a Rolls Royce over there right now. It's pretty sweet. Oh, looking pretty solid there. Those are gonna be way better than what we had on before. And honestly, probably not gonna break the wheels loose anymore either. So, all right, let's go pay for it. All settled up. Yo, I can't wait to get this thing painted, but check out these tires. grippy. Yokohama Advanced Sports, let's do it. These tires look so good. To be completely honest with you, I know we're always roasting the tires on this thing, and it's like now that the tires are brand new, I don't want to roast them. All right, so we're back in the HR, and honestly, just barely driving down the street already, I can feel a huge difference in the ride quality. The thing always rode pretty rough to begin with, but now it's way smoother, which is awesome. And I can honestly feel that the back, it's not as like lean. Like that side was so low. There's a side road right here I want to go to. I've never actually driven down this way. Let's go check it. There should be a giant concrete wall. Yeah, right there. Let's go park this thing over here and do a walk around. This is an awesome spot to take pictures that I've never actually been to before, so let's check it out. Oh man, right by the freeway. This thing is pretty sweet, man, with these brand new tires on the back. Oh man, I mean, the wheels are so dirty, so don't look at the wheels, but I mean, that is some grip right there, which is so awesome. We got the bike rack on the back, which is so cool looking. And so many people come up to me and they're like, dude, what kind of wing is that? They think it's like some detachable wing. It is not a detachable wing, it's a bike rack. Oh, man, this thing is just so cool. It needs a wash, and look at this dust. And then also the clear is all coming off. Like it needs some cosmetic love. It did not want to spin those tires at all. Even on the way to work this morning, this thing would spin the tires so easily. We should probably take it easy for at least a little bit, just so we get some life out of these tires.
End of flashback.
All right. Man, this thing is so sick. Every time I look at it, it just blows my mind. So new valve cover gasket, full oil change and everything, plus the oil pressure sensor has been replaced. So super excited to see if it has affected the oil pressure, or at least the readout that we were getting. The gauge is honestly, like, the gauge probably doesn't go out. I mean, they can read a little inaccurately, but it's rare that the gauge completely just goes out. So I'm gonna go pay for this and then I'm coming back. Sheesh. Dang, man. Got everything paid for. $581 for oil change, oil pressure sensor, and the entire valve cover gasket replacement job. That's including parts and everything. So I thought it was a pretty good deal, to be honest with you. So I can't wait to see how it runs. I kind of want to start it up right now just to see where the oil pressure, oh my God. What the heck? I don't remember that. That's nasty. I got to figure out what tree that was and not ever park under that again. Let's go pull it around. Sweet. She's still pretty cold, but that oil pressure is looking a lot better. I mean, I don't know if that's where it normally sits when it's this cold, but I'm gonna drive it around over there, and then once we drive it home, then we'll really get an idea, and then I'll update you guys. But let's go drive it around to the shop for now. Yo, I just realized our trip meter was reset. This was up to 2,500 miles. So yeah, so once we drive it home, we'll really be able to tell if the oil pressure has changed. Honestly, it's just gonna be better no matter what happens, because the oil is not just dumping out the side of the engine block. So that's a plus for today. So I was cruising for a little bit. Our oil pressure is basically where it was the other day, honestly. Like, I don't know. The valve cover gasket needed to get done, but I guess it wasn't our oil pressure sensor. So I did see another comment that said another person's Rev-up actually ran very similar oil pressure to that once it was completely warm. And this is completely warm. Like, I was on the freeway and everything. Just got off work. It's like 5 o'clock right now. So it's the next day. My camera actually died last night on my way home, so I did not get to film like an impressions of getting the thing back. So here we are, we're driving home right now, and this road is super bouncy. I don't know if you can tell, the GoPro is probably bouncing everywhere, but this is my favorite time of the year because it's just so nice out right now. What is the temperature? 82 degrees. It's a little warm. It doesn't feel like 82 though. I would say, I mean, it feels like it's in the 70s, but I don't know. It was a little warmer today. Let it get straight here. As soon as that variable valve timing kicks in, that VVT, the whole car wakes up. It's basically like VTEC for a 350Z. It's like a totally different animal above like 5,000 RPM. It's so cool. I don't know if it's actually triggered at a certain RPM or if it's triggered with like a certain throttle like percentage, but I mean, this thing runs like a champ. And I will say it does not smell like oil anymore when we floor it, so it's a little bittersweet, but it is nice to know that we're not just pushing oil outside of the engine every time we accelerate. So, but like I said in my last video, these cars create so much pressure inside while they're running, especially in the higher RPM. Oh man. We're out at 6:15, so the roads are just insanely trafficy right now, but it's all good. I had to film this a little bit as I was on my way home and the camera died, and I had to film a little outro for this video. So huge, I mean absolutely huge thanks to Trumotive. They did the oil pressure sensor and oil change and the valve cover gaskets for $550, which I felt was like a pretty good deal. I mean, honestly, if I were to do the valve cover gaskets, it would probably take a week, and I work every single day 8 to 5 pretty much, so it would take way longer than a week. And so, of course, it costs a little bit of money, but I'm honestly happy to help the shops in the area because it's stuff like that that keeps the business running, and I'm super thankful to have shops in the area that know how to work on cars like this, and they just understand the whole, Trumotive really understands the car scene. They work on NSXs, the whole, basically anything Honda, anything, I mean really anything JDM, which is really cool. So huge thanks to them. If you guys need any work done, go and check out Trumotive. I'll put their Instagram right here. That white Supra is actually their like shop car. They built that themselves, and it's just an awesome car. It sounds so good. I'll have to do a little feature of it sometime, or maybe we can get them to take sort of a ride in it, but that would be so cool. But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Drop a thumbs up if you did. Hit the subscribe button if you have not yet. We're gonna hit 23,000 subscribers any day now, which is so cool. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. It literally means the world that you watch these videos, and if you got all the way here to the end, you are a real one. I seriously appreciate you. Anyways, I will see you on our next adventure. Peace out.